In this section, we will be covering the conditional formatting. The name itself says that it's conditional and then formatting. Formatting, if you see in general, what we do is to change the fonts. Okay, so for example, we can select for Cambria. Then we can alter the size of the text as per requirement. Color the text. Say for example, we colored it red. Okay, and fill the cell itself. Okay, then we can convert it into bold, italic, or underline. So this is the basically form related to font. Okay, then we can go for alignment of the text. So what happens here is that we are actually doing the formatting of the cell as per our requirement. Okay. Now, if there is any condition that is given there, okay, condition in the sense that we have got a condition that if the sale for a particular product is more than say 5,000 rupees, that it need to be highlighted. Okay. So one way of doing that is just to identify how many numbers are there, or we can use the other functions to find out the number which is more than 5,000. Other way to do is, or we need to highlight that thing, we can use the conditional formatting. So conditional formatting basically formats the cell so that it gets highlighted. That is the logic behind the conditional formatting. Then we can for conditional formatting, it's there in the home ribbon. Okay, now there are different ways to go for conditional formatting. Okay, say for example, the first one says that highlight cells rules. Okay, so if it asks whether it should be greater than a particular number, less than a particular number, between a range, okay, equal to the value, or if we are working on text functions, that text that contains, okay, the date occurring, and then we are looking forward for duplicate rules. These are the various functions related to highlighting of the rules related to conditional formatting. Okay. So let's work with some examples with the same data. Okay, this is sample data, and then we go for the highlight rule and select greater than. Okay, so it is asking greater than what. Okay, by default what is happening is that it is calculating the the mean of that value, and it is doing the calculation by itself. Or you can just write the value that we want more than say 5,000. Okay, it should be greater than 5,000. So all the numbers that is greater than 5,000, the the color cell color is light red. Okay, and dark red is the text color that you can change according to our requirement. We can custom it and change it. Okay. This is the way how we do the greater than. Okay, in case of less than, okay, this fundamentals remains the same. We just say, for example, anything less than 5,000 we will try to identify. Okay, it's just reverse of what we call as the your greater than. Then we have got the between. Okay, between asks that range. Basically what is happening here, it is trying to calculate the value of the quartiles. Okay, so we have got second quartile and the third quartile, the difference between that. Okay. By default it does the calculation, but we can always change it according to our requirement. Okay, so we put at the range between 2000 to 5000. Now other functions is equal to when we fix the values. Okay, and when we are working with the text, we use this text font. So for example, we are selecting this data and we are trying to identify the highlight the cell that is contains text that contains, say for example, the first one it has already selected. Okay, so we can change it to Canada. Okay. So all everywhere where it is written as Canada will identify that. Okay. But what is happening here that if we are selecting A and D, okay, now A and is there in case of Germany as well as in Canada, France, New Zealand. Okay. So what is happening is that it is selecting all the things. But when we are working with A and D, that is there only in case of New Zealand. Okay. That is why it is selecting as New Zealand. Okay. This particular condition that you can change by as per your requirement. Okay. Now next is your a date occurring. Okay, a date occurring is basically if it is on yesterday or you want to fix the particular date for this month or this week. Okay, it will highlight on that. Okay. Yeah, the date calculation or this week calculation or next week calculation is using the if function with the combination of today's date. Okay, so whatever the date today is, it will be according to that particular date. Okay. Then we have the duplicates value. So wherever there is a duplicate, a particular it will identify. So it is trying to add all the countries here are duplicate. Okay. So we want to see for the unique, all are again unique. Okay. So this particular functions works when we have got some common thing. But when there are large numbers of duplicates, it is ideally not advisable to use that. We can use the combination function so that we can differentiate between United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, and so on. Next is that we are working on the data related to numbers. Okay, so let's select the numbers and start working on the numbers and see how the conditional formatting helps us. Okay, so it's a top or bottom rule. It identifies the top 10 items. Okay, now top 10 items on the basis of the amount that is given. Okay, so it's asking for the top 10 and it will be filled by the red field and dark red text. Okay, if I color it, we will find that we have got some cells that is showing as the top 10 performers. Okay, now top 10 performers are the top 10 positions only. Okay. But we in case in case of 10%, it will be calculating the total out of say number of items. Say for example, we have number of item as 200. Okay, so 200, 10% of 200 is 20. Okay, so it will be taking 20 number of items in the top 10. Okay, in case of top 10 it was only 10 items. In case of top 100%, it will be taking top 20 items. Okay, similarly we have bottom 10, bottom 10%. We fixed the average. Okay, so average will be total average of this, that is what we get, and it will automatically calculate the average out of that. Okay. And then we have the below average we have to identify. Okay. Now we have got the other function, that is the data bar. Okay, data bar has two things, that is one is the gradient fill and then solid fill. Okay. Gradient fill is basically or solid fill. The purpose behind this or logic behind this is more or less the same. Okay. Gradient fill or solid fill, that is the data bar fill, actually identifies the amount of size of the bar that will be there. Okay, on the basis of the total. So the maximum will be the full size. Okay, so if we want to identify what is the maximum value, we can calculate using max of the entire data set we have. So we have got the max as 9,990. Okay, this is the max value. So max value is this. This is will be 100%, and then according to that, it will be calculated as the percentage, and that percentage will be the length of the bar. Okay. So if you select all the data and go to conditional formatting data bar, okay, it will show the length of the bar. Okay, so it is approximately 50%, so you will find it at by the half of that. Okay, so if you go to the 9,990, Okay, so for example, 9060 is more or less completing the fill. Okay, 9980. Let me search it out where it is. Okay, so it is fulfilled. Okay, but the 9630 is a little less than 9990. So that is how the things works in case of data type. Sorry, data bar. Now the other function is your color. Okay, now color scale basically works on the more or less a similar function as in case of the data bar. Okay, but the only difference is that all the cells are fully filled up. Okay, and the color scale or the color range will be identified or done according to whether it is on the larger side. Say for example, if we find that if more the sale, okay, more people are happy. Okay, so we can put it as green as the happiest, and the boss becomes very angry if the sale is less. Okay, so we can have the sale that is less, that is around say for example lesser than salary, so that will be red. So what is happening in case of color scale, we use the color scale. Say for example we want to go for the range from red to green. Okay, so what is happening here is that the red color is the value where the cells where the value is less is more darker red comparative to where the positions are there. So darker red starts moving into the pink color and then finally start moving into green color. Okay, now this is basically two color diverging. Okay, so you can edit that color and so can edit that color, manage rule. Okay, it is applicable to everything. And then if you double click, it is asking for three color, and then I diverge and make a color of orange in the between. Okay, let me make it a little darker and click OK. So what is happening is that we have got oranges that are into the middle part, red that is on the left hand side lower cell less. Okay, green is happier. Okay, so it will start moving from red to orange and then finally to green. Okay. The color you can select as we have just done in our that is how the color scale is done. This is also known used for producing the heat map. Okay, so when we will be seeing the chart, we will see how we make the heat map. Then we can use the icon set for describing the different icons. Okay, so for example we just use the color scale. So we got three different color scale. Okay, so we can use the different charts to show or rating to show how the things are happening. Okay, that is how the use of your icon set. Okay, now if you are not using this of inbuilt features, what you can do is to go for the select the cells in which you want to do the formatting or single cell. Okay, and select for the new rule. Okay, now there are n numbers of options that is available with formatting rules. Okay, so formatting cells based on their values, cells that contains. Okay, now there is an option where you can use the formula to determine the cell to format. Okay. So you can put at that the if function or the different functions that is there in the formulas. Okay, and on the basis of that we can identify or set the formulas and set the format how you want to format that. This is what we, is basically the part of the your conditional formatting. Now if you want to change the rule or clear the rule of the particular or entire set, you can clear the rule from here. Or if you want to change the rule, okay, so as if now we do not have any rule, let's put a rule here randomly. Okay, so if you want to manage this rule, you will see here. Okay, so two ways to go. You can click on edit rule, it will open the windows again like this, or you can double click on this and the window editing window will be opening. you can say, change the way you the formatting rules, and once the formatting rules are there, you press OK, and then you move to the next part, and then you apply this, and there will be changes on this.